Have you ever wondered what it's like to live a perfect life on the outside and then complicated on the inside? Today, we're going to be talking about the story of Regina Daniels and Senator Ned Nwoko. It's filled with this fairy tale of wealth, power, and luxury of an actress living the life that most people dream of. Some say that security feels safer than romance. The money, the status, the power can protect you from pain. But the question is, at what cost? Like some people will say, it's better to cry in a jet than to cry in a keke. Regina grew up in Nollywood, surrounded by cameras, scripts, and applause. Her mother was an actress and taught her all the rules about acting. I don't think anything would have prepared the mother for challenges like this. Not to talk about like all the controversies, the public videos, the social media, everything, just everything. I don't think that the mother would have prepared herself that things like this would happen. Or maybe she was prepared. So today, we're going to go behind the glamour, okay? We're going to explore this story. And trust me, you need to stay with me because you might actually change your mind on what you think about love, wealth, and happiness. This is a story that everybody talks about, but nobody actually really understands. Recently, a video went viral outside Regina Daniels' Abuja residence, and she was actually saying, "In Ned's house, I am nothing, but in my house, I am a queen."
We're begging you, please.
Calm down. Did anything happen to my sister? In this house? In this house?
Okay. In Ned Nwoko's house.
No.
In Ned Nwoko's house, I am nothing. But in my house, I am a queen.
No, you're still as valuable. Mom, look at me. Look at me, Mom.
Baby, once again, I cannot stand the violence. It's too much. It's too much.
This emotional outburst had ignited a widespread speculation, and it even made Senator Nwoko to actually respond, saying that Regina have a behavior of drug abuse, suggesting that her actions are actually influenced due to maybe substance that she normally take. He was even saying that sometimes she's also violent to the staff. Maybe she would damage some of the properties in the house. He made a lot of accusation about that viral video. He even said that Regina Daniels' brother was also involved, supplying her with all the drugs that she was taking. Senator Ned Nwoko was born December 21st, 1960, into the Nwoko royal family of Idumudre, Uboko, Delta State. From an early age, he charted a path of distinction. He actually studied in the United Kingdom. He did his bachelor's in the United Kingdom and he also did his master's. He had a bachelor degree in law and history from the University of Kele, followed by a master's in law from King's College, London. Later, he was actually called to bar. So it's actually obvious that Mr. Ned started from abroad, literally started building his wealth before he went back to Nigeria.
I've been a lawyer all my life. I studied law at the University of Kiel in England. That was for my first degree. For my master's, I was at King's College, University of London. Then I was called to the English bar as a barrister at law of Lincoln's Inn. First, as a practicing solicitor in UK, I had many big briefs from Nigerian government, from Moroccan government, from Ghana government, from British government, from various governments.
He built a career grounded in knowledge, strategy, ambition. His fortune spans oil and gas, real estate, agriculture, and entertainment. He even spearheaded against malaria. On the other side, Regina was born October 10, 2000. She grew up in Asaba, Delta State, under the guidance of her mother, Rita Daniels, an actress and also a producer. Regina actually started acting from the age of 7. Her mother nurtured her talent, helping her navigate the complex world of filmmaking. Regina's breakout roles earned her fame, recognition, and making her one of the youngest prominent figures in Nollywood. Her career was built not only on talent, but also on discipline, visibility, and strategic choice in the industry. I mean, you can only imagine how young she was when she actually started acting. She was so young, and I'm telling you that by the age she got married to Ned, she must have built some certain kind of experience in the industry. When Ned Nwoko entered Regina's life, the world saw a union that many considered inappropriate. A lot of people did not like the fact that Ned married Regina because of her age. They felt like that she was so young and it wasn't right for her to get married at that age. They also blamed it on her mother for actually giving her the permission to go ahead to marry this man. But her mother claimed that she had no hand in that.
If I honey water up now, Mwa Marodi, Behana Bobido. I was the last person they water now.
The age difference, his wealth, her youth, it sparked a lot of curiosity and scrutiny. Her mother initially did not actually support the marriage, according to her. But the question that a lot of people keep asking is, why then did she bring her to Ned Nwoko's home? Their marriage included traditional rituals such as the Otun Udu, which some believe binds the bride spiritually to her husband. It symbolizes loyalty, faithfulness. These rituals, coupled with Nwoko's polygamous lifestyle, highlights the complex cultural and personal dynamics at play. While Ned has multiple wives, Regina's commitment to the marriage has been under the public microscope, especially with circulating stories suggesting strict adherence to spiritual tradition.
No secret. Nothing inside. It's open. So understand, it's Christian. We take it to church.
According to Regina's mother, she actually was not in support of the marriage. But then she had taken Regina to visit Ned to do like a sightseeing in his home. And that was when Ned actually saw Regina and he liked her. It wasn't even about the age for the mother. That was not really the problem for the mother. The mother's problem was the fact that she felt like she was working for the opposing party of Mr. Ned Nwoko. So for her, she just felt like, okay, if she's working for the opposing party of Mr. Ned Nwoko, how would they feel if they hear that her daughter is about to marry Ned Nwoko? So that is for her what was really, really complicated for her. Why is the age not something for a mother to actually think about? Don't she also understand the fact that it's very possible that maybe her daughter may not be happy and may just be marrying this man just because of his money? True fulfillment is not really about the wealth. It's about love. It's about growth. And it's also about freedom. To be truly seen. To be truly loved. To be truly appreciated. Let's be honest. Regina Daniel did not marry Ned just because she comes from poverty. Regina Daniel was never poor. She didn't come from poverty. I mean, it's not like all this typical story where we hear, oh, that this man came and saved this lady with his wealth. That is not the story for Regina Daniels. She had a name. She had wealth. She had fame.
People will not say, oh, because probably she's married to a billionaire. Why won't she say so? But I believe before now, 3 months or 4 months, 3 months won't have made things turn around in this form. We have made a name. The Daniels name has been ringing before the marriage started. So I don't see the reason why we'll just be talking because probably the husband came in recently. I am Regina Daniels. I believe so much in principle. I don't worship money. So I support my children. Whatever that makes them happy makes me happy. But I cannot force anything on them or tell them what to do. Whenever they bring anything, we'll throw it on the floor. If it's okay, then we go on with it. If it's not okay, oh, sorry, this is not fair. Let's see how we can iron it together. That's just it. I'm just a mother that supports my children whenever they are doing the right thing.
But she chose to marry Ned Nwoko, who was actually older. It wasn't actually because like she was desperate. I mean, she was still young. I would say it's just because of her choice. It wasn't as if it was necessary for her to marry him. Ned Nwoko is a billionaire and a political influencer. For a young actress whose career is still evolving, this represents stability. I mean, marrying someone like Ned as an actress would put you in a place that normally you would not be. I feel like this was actually Regina's strategic choice as an actress, seeing how her mother probably had been. And to be honest, as an actress, there's no like retirement fund for an actress. So I can even understand why Regina would want to actually marry someone who was rich. We've actually seen a lot of actors that would always admire in their old age complaining about money, complaining that they are sick and they do not have money to take care of themselves. So of course, Regina Daniel didn't want to be in that position whereby when she gets old, she will not have money to her name. So it makes so much sense if she felt like, I'm going to have to marry this wealthy, powerful politician to secure a place for me.
Regina, our marriage is solid. Our marriage is based on understanding and respect over time. I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks. Yes, within 3 weeks. I married all my wives within some period.
Choosing safety over passion is a rational decision for someone navigating fame, family expectation, and career ambition. Regina actually grew up surrounded by Nollywood industry. Her mother's involvement gave her exposure to networks, negotiations, and strategic decision making. Nollywood is not just about acting like so many of you just think. Nollywood comes with the deals, comes with the influence. I mean, it comes with a lot. So as an actress, there's a lot of pressure on you. Of course, there was a lot of public reaction because many people actually questioned the marriage due to the age difference, and some people accused it of being transactional. One crucial detail often overlooked is that Regina's mother worked in the opposing political party to Ned Nwoko. She actually did not support this marriage. I mean, it does make sense. She had concerns too about her daughter. But my concerns still remain, why did she bring her to Ned Nwoko's house? This action is really critical. As a mother, I feel like you have a strong part to play in your daughter's life. Especially for Regina Daniels, she's the Ada. And as an Igbo girl, I understand what that means. As an Ada, you're not allowed to make just any kind of decision. But I can understand that Regina Daniel really cared about her siblings. She cared about her family. And not only was she thinking about herself, she was probably also thinking about her family too.
Someone I trust. My twin brother. My younger twin brother. I'm sure he will surely come for me after this video. Sammy West. Do you believe in love? Obviously I do, because I'm in love. Are you okay? Yes, I am! Last question.
I believe that Regina's mother realized that aligning with Ned Nwoko would actually provide a long-term advantage to both the Nollywood and her social circle. From my own perspective, I believe that as a mother, if my daughter is marrying a man like that, I already know that she's definitely marrying this man for money. And for me, I feel like I have values, especially if this man have so many wives. This man has a history of polygamy. I know that there'll be a lot of friction in the home. We all know that children from polygamous home come out and they have so much complaints about the family. There'll be a lot of fights, which we have actually seen how she and her co-wife have had a lot of misunderstanding in the past, to the point that the co-wife actually left the home at the first time and then she came back. The question still remains, why will a mother be happy that her daughter is entering this kind of marriage, this kind of home? Is the happiness of the daughter not important to her? But according to what the mother said, she said that she had tried, that she did not accept the marriage initially, but she felt like her daughter was becoming so stubborn. So she just have to be like, you know what, I'm going to support my daughter. That's what she felt that she was going to do, rather than lose her daughter because she did not want to accept what the daughter wants.
This small pikin, where are they call so? Now, old mama, because of the wisdom where they ahead. If all those nonsense people where they open their dirty mouth, their gutter mouth, they talk. Regina marry, I go marry one Methuselah, one old man. Shoo, I never see where person they drink Panadol for person headache. The small girl come and cry, give and say them force and enter the marriage. Now love, oh. And me will be mama no get the right to tell and say come no love. Let's everybody get their own style as they train their own pikin, no. The way I take they train my own, if you know be the same way we take they train your own.
If I was Regina's mother, I feel like there are so many ways I can convince my daughter not to do something. I'm her mother. I know my daughter. I know what I can say or what I can do to convince my daughter. If it's about money, I will make sure I let my daughter know that I can give you that money. I can give you all those things that you are thinking that, oh, this man wants to give to you. I will teach my daughter that you need to know how to make money for yourself so that a man does not treat you like a furniture. When a man knows that you're only after his wealth, he's definitely going to treat you like his furniture. I know now that there's a lot of drama going on with Regina Daniels and her husband, and I'm certain that it is because Regina Daniels must have realized that what she thought, it's not what it is. You know, a lot of people think that being wealthy, being a billionaire, means living this lavish lifestyle. But when they actually get to know billionaires, the real billionaires, not the social media billionaires, those ones are fake. They probably rent some of those cars, rent some of those houses just to take pictures so that they can post on social media. But the real billionaires know, in order to have wealth, you need to have some certain kind of behavior. You need to know how to save. You need to know how to invest. You need to know how to make money and protect your money. If you are the kind of person that spend your money anyhow, buying lavish, expensive things, you are bound to lose that money in no time. It is even obvious and is widely said that most of the wealth of Ned Nwoko is not actually in Regina's name. So, it's also possible that most of the wealth is still in his name, and he is a lawyer. So he knows how to actually craft down all these documents to ensure that he protects his money. Of course, a wealthy man knows that everybody wants your money. So how to be rich and maintain your wealth is actually knowing how to protect your money. So Regina have probably gone in and said that it's hard work. It takes hard work to even keep a man like Ned Nwoko. She probably knows this. You need to maintain your beauty, maintain your body. You need to know that once you're getting old, he probably will lose interest. So you're always going to try as much as possible to keep him interested in you, which is a lot of work compared to just dating someone or marrying someone that loves you for you. Most of his wealth is not just only with you. Most of his wealth is also with his other wives too. Even after the whole public display online, I also realized that Ned Nwoko was holding hands with his second wife. They had gone out to help promote her business. You need to understand that if you are marrying a billionaire, he also wants you to make money too, which requires a lot of hard work. I even know that Ned Nwoko probably married Regina because of his political career that he wants to pursue. But let's actually talk about what true wealth really feels like. Money, status, and influence can actually provide you with comfort, but can it actually replace emotional connection? A life built on security might actually feel safe, but without love, it can feel empty. Love nurtures your sense of self-worth and mental health. Relationship that is just based on security might actually lack intimacy, might actually lack trust and genuine companionship, which are actually crucial for long-term happiness. Even the wealthiest lifestyle can feel cold if you are missing emotional fulfillment. A life without love, even if wealth, often lacks richness that comes from emotional intimacy. Celebrities sometimes, I ask myself, do they really marry because of love, or are they just getting married because of all the opportunities that they might get? Are they being so choosy when it comes to the partner that they really want to settle with? We have actually seen a lot of times celebrity the kind of spouse they get to choose just because they need to maintain that lifestyle of social media. Family influence can shift priorities from romance to security. Security as a conscious choice is valid and often empowers in high-stakes situations. Of course, I would not want any of my family members to marry a man that would not be able to take care of her. But at least, even if you're going to marry someone that is rich, I need to be sure that you actually love the man. I need to know that you're not actually marrying this man all just for his money. So these are some important questions that I feel like I'm going to definitely ask. In light of the unfolding events, the question arises, what does true wealth entail? Is it merely the accumulation of material possession, status, or does it encompass emotional well-being, personal fulfillment, and genuine connection? Let me tell you something that you don't know about true wealth. True wealth involves cultivating relationships that nurture your soul, maintaining a good mental and emotional health. I know that all relationship is not perfect. I know that. I know that some people can say, oh, you can marry for love and things could still change. I know that. But the thing is simple. Marry someone that loves you. And even if you don't love him, at least just a little bit of love can do. I'm not trying to say Mr. Ned Nwoko is not someone that will not be loved. But it's so obvious with what Regina Daniel always posted on social media that she actually really married this man for his money because of everything she's always posting online. She doesn't even talk about love and all these things that just makes you feel like, okay, yes, she's living that perfect life. I feel like she's just talking about the things that people are so interested in, and that is just money. It's funny that when she was getting married, a lot of people were attacking her and saying that, oh wow, why would she be marrying someone that is older than her just for money? But later on, when people started seeing that there were some people who had married for love and their marriage was not working, people started saying, oh, at this moment, it is Regina Daniels that is going to give me advice. A lot of people started saying that it's Regina Daniels that's going to give me advice because they were seeing people who had said, oh, they had found themselves from high school and they loved themselves. They grew together and got married. Especially celebrities. We all know some of those celebrities who had shown all these pictures of how they grew together, they loved each other, and finally got married, and still yet it ended in divorce. So that was why some people started saying that maybe it's better to actually just marry for money, because it gives you the security, it helps your family, and even if it doesn't end well, at least you know that you have something to fall to, rather than having a heartbreak and you have nothing to your name. But the lesson is simple and profound. A life of comfort and security is not the same as a life of fulfillment and joy. True wealth is when love, respect, personal growth, and emotional well being coexist with financial and social security. Regina's journey reminds us that the richest life is not always the one with the most money, but the one where your heart and soul are nurtured and your happiness is not dependent on material comforts alone. It is actually so painful to see that Mr. Ned Nwoko, who is actually a senator, a politician, who have the knowledge because he has lived abroad, he has actually worked abroad and understand how the system works, but comes back to Nigeria, understanding that Nigeria, the society at large, is in abject poverty, and have decided to actually use it to his own benefits by marrying multiple women, because there's so many women who are in need of money. Rather than saying, okay, you know what, I have so much money, I can help start a business, open a shop for this person, either you work for me, and that can be really a great way to help women. But instead, you are using your wealth to marry as many women as you can. But it's your own words, because that's what you said. You said, oh, there are so many women.
You do everywhere. You do everywhere. That's why at night you have a lot of them no zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. As na fabo ashawo. Obro ko fa na facho ima ashawo obna economy they are doing good for them.
So does that mean because there are so many women, and there are so many women who don't even want to go into prostitution? Like you said that there are so many women who don't want to go into prostitution, but they are going into prostitution because they don't have money. Do you think if Regina Daniels have money, do you think she would actually want to marry Ned Nwoko? Of course she would not want to marry Ned Nwoko. I'm sure she would have actually made a better decision for herself. But she decided that she was going to take that path because of the poverty system currently going on in Nigeria. I'll also say this: Nigeria is poor because of a system that is deliberate to frustrate the people there. It is so easy to provide security to the people at large in Nigeria. I will never understand why politicians, why governors, and leaders would not think of their people to ensure that they stop this poverty, that they ensure that there is money, that there is safety, that there is just the basic needs for Nigerians. This is the problem. This is the problem that we're actually facing in our country. This is the problem that we're actually facing. And I feel like a lot of people who have money are actually using this in their advantage. It's sad. But I will always teach myself that no matter the situation I face, I can actually make my own money. I'm not going to marry a man or advise any woman to actually go ahead to marry a man just because of his wealth. Because money can disappear. I mean, we have even seen some of the richest men in the world go bankrupt. So if you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to marry this man for his money, what if the money is no more? What are you going to do? There are even some ladies, they marry this man and they are waiting for his death so that they can carry his money, which is, wow, You are literally inhuman. So I think that a lot of women need to start looking at the values that they have. You really do not know your worth. If you really know your worth and know the things that you can really do and accomplish, you would not you will not marry a man just for money or sleep with men for money. You would work hard and try to make your own money. There is this joy that comes from having your own money. There is that thing, like that self-worth, you just knowing that there's nothing you cannot actually achieve. My advice to Regina Daniels, especially now that she's having like this marital problems, is to actually look at herself, because I feel like she has actually loved her mom, loved her siblings, and decided to go ahead to marry this man to change her career, change her siblings and her family. And she's also so focused of what people should see, this persona of, oh yes, I have money. But she should actually take out time to actually love herself, because it's when you love yourself that you really, really make good decisions. When you love yourself, when you take care of your soul, you feed yourself with knowledge. You read, you feed yourself with knowledge, with value, make yourself valuable. You would never stoop so low to think that you cannot achieve even what Mr. Ned have achieved. I know that in society now, it's not easy for women, but at least believe in yourself, love yourself. Then you can be able to achieve way more, greater things than this man. That's it for this story. Let me know what you think down below. And also, there are so many ebooks that I have written. You can actually check down below. I would see you guys in my next video. Bye.